crisis in the Gulf escalating, oil refineries under attack, global markets spiraling, and a war that could drag on for weeks. As Iran chokes off the Strait of Hormuz and the world's vital oil and gas sites become targets, this war is entering a dangerous new phase. Here's what you need to know about the last 24 hours.
This terroristic regime, led by radical clerics, has the ability, potentially, to shut off 20% of global energy.
We are not attacking the interests of our neighboring countries. We are defending ourselves.
What is needed now in the region more than anything is a way out.
Let's begin with the biggest development. The energy facilities of two of the world's biggest suppliers have been targeted with drone attacks. Qatar suspended the production of all liquefied natural gas after its Ras Laffan facility was hit. And across the border, Saudi Arabia partially closed its biggest oil refinery, the Ras Tanura facility, which handles more than 500,000 barrels of oil per day. Iran denies responsibility for these attacks, though the impact on global markets has been the same. European and Asian gas prices soared by up to 50%, while oil is up 13%, and there could be more economic pain to come. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps says it is closing the Strait of Hormuz. This is the choke point through which 20% of the world's oil supply passes through. This is despite earlier promises by the government that it wasn't going to do so. Thousands of stranded travelers left the UAE for the first time on limited flights, but attacks on airports have diverted air travel once again. Qatar's government says it intercepted ballistic missile attacks on Hamad International Airport and shot down two Iranian Su-24 fighter jets that entered its airspace. Inside Iran, more than 550 people have been killed as heavy US and Israeli airstrikes continue across the country. Iranian authorities say attacks have been indiscriminate, damaging schools and hospitals. Israel has also issued evacuation notices for large parts of southern Lebanon as it continues widespread attacks on what it says are Hezbollah targets. Dozens have been killed and thousands more forced to leave their homes in search of safety. A number of US diplomatic and military sites have been targeted, starting with drone attacks on the US Embassy in Riyadh. In Jordan, the US Embassy was evacuated following a suspected threat, while the Iran-affiliated group Islamic Resistance in Iraq has claimed a drone attack on a hotel in Erbil near the international airport, where it says was housing US troops. And this morning, Iranian forces claimed large strikes on Sheikh Isa Air Base in Bahrain. The big question now is how long will this last? US President Donald Trump says he expects a 4 to 5 week campaign, but his objectives are shifting. His Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, says it's no longer about regime change, but about destroying Iran's navy and missile capabilities. He now appears to even admit the timing of the war had less to do with any imminent threat from Iran and more to do with an imminent plan by Israel.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties.
That's our wrap of Day 3. Stay with us on Al Jazeera for continued updates on the US-Israeli war on Iran and on Iran's widening response.